Squid Game Season 3 trailer and teaser have both dropped, and they look pretty insane. If you want to watch them, you can go watch them on your own because I want to keep this video pretty short. But we'll be talking about things we noticed when we watched them and what we think is going to happen.
So the first thing that I noticed was a lot of the players at the end of Season 2 are here again in the trailer for Season 3. Whenever they come out into this courtyard thing in front of the doll, there's a big gap in between them, and there's some kind of a rope that the doll is holding. So this might be the first game, because the doll was in Red Light, Green Light in Season 1 and 2.
If I had to guess, it's probably going to be Jump Rope. It would make sense because that's a kid's game, and it looks like they're trying to cross some kind of train track, kind of similar to the glass bridge in the first season, I believe. Who knows if they're going to be on teams, or if they all have to work together, or maybe there's something they have to go get from one end of this platform and bring back to the place they started. All the while, the doll is going to be swinging this rope and they have to keep their balance on it, or maybe multiple people have to cross.
So they're probably going to be walking across the train tracks, because I see some person's foot was on one of the train tracks on one scene. So maybe they're trying to walk across these train tracks and trying to dodge the rope that's swinging.
As far as the characters go, I see some characters. The psychic lady kind of makes an appearance again. The guy who was very passionate about continuing the game, he's a little older. He's still there. And a few other characters. So the next game that I wanted to point out was this game where they all walk into this starting area where they're kind of surrounded by different paths that they can go down. And it kind of looks like it's an underground place. It may be underground, but my guess for what this game is going to be is hide and seek. Maybe it kind of looks like a maze where they all start out in the center, and there's a timer going. And I'm guessing they probably get a head start, and one team is the seekers and the other ones are the hiders. And maybe if the seekers don't find everybody, then the seekers will be eliminated. Obviously, if you're a hider and you stay hidden, then you'll probably be safe. Or maybe it's just the seekers who don't find somebody get eliminated. So say you're on the seeking team and you find somebody, then you'll be safe. But if there's another person on your team who's also hunting down for these people and they don't find anybody, then maybe they'll be eliminated. Because it looks like there's some fight scenes between the players I should say. There's some fight scenes between the players, and so I'm guessing once they encounter each other, it'll probably get pretty messy.
They're wearing different colored jerseys, so I think this will be a teams-based game. I know you were going to talk about the gumball machine, but there's one scene, I think it's in the teaser, where they're selecting these different gumballs out of this gumball machine, and you're kind of given them at random. So each player just gets a gumball, and they're red and blue. Those are the two colors in there, and they are wearing red and blue jerseys. So maybe that's how your team is assigned to you in this game. But I don't know if the gumball machine is a totally different game than the hide and seek game. I'm not sure. So then the last thing that I wanted to say was I noticed that the characters with the gold animal masks make a reappearance in the teaser. And I also noticed that Sun Gi-hun, the main character, is in a tuxedo again. And the front man asks him if you still have faith in humanity. So if he's in a tuxedo again, it may mean that he wins Squid Game again. Because in Season 1, they were all wearing tuxedos at the very end. I think there were 3 of them who made it to the final round, and they were all given this 9-course meal and special perks. So I'm guessing that player 456, the main character, maybe wins this game and takes over for the front man. Something's going to happen to the games eventually. Will they finally be found by law enforcement, and will they suffer consequences for running these Squid Games? I don't know.
And who knows, once Season 3 actually drops, we might make a video talking about what actually happened. But that's all for now.